Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So, today, I have a slip joint I want to talk about here. So this is the Ryder Apta. This is the denim micarta with titanium bolster, VG10 steel, and a Warncliffe blade. Sorry, I gotta remember to stop bumping this table. This knife is actually extremely surprising for what you pay for. So, this knife, believe it or not, is only $27. I have seen it as cheap as $24 and as expensive as $35. Rough Rider. So, Rough Rider doesn't really have the best name ever, okay? There are a few knives I bought from Rough Rider that were less than ideal. I don't want to harp on them too much because maybe I just got bad luck or what have you, but I just haven't got the best quality knives. And here, I'll just show you this. So this knife is only 20 bucks, okay? But this is totally unacceptable. You guys see this? Look at this blade. It is totally pushed over against this side. And it is literally shaped like the letter S. I don't know if it's so bloody thin. I don't know if you guys can see this. But it is literally curved like a letter S. It is. How does something like this get past quality control? Like, it is so bad. It is insanely. Like, I understand it's 20 bucks, but you're like representing your company, and the knife market right now is so jam packed with quality knives that you would, you don't want to be putting crap out like this. You know, I'm so surprised that got past quality control. But I've got other Rough Riders too that have been just complete hogwash. However, the Apta series, I have 3 of them here. I know this review isn't about these other ones, but I'll just show them real quick. So I have the copper spade. I'm gonna call it a spade blade. I don't know what the hell you call that blade shape. It's freaking weird. And I have the drop point. So. Oh, I don't know if these showed very well. So here's the drop point. That's in aluminum. Here's what I'm calling a spade blade in copper. So, I haven't had any problems with the other. So there's, to my knowledge, there is this denim micarta version. There is a full tie version with that spade blade. There's the copper version with a spade blade. There is a copper version and a bronze version with a cleaver shape, like a rectangle. And then there is the aluminum version with the drop point. I think that's all the Aptas. I could be wrong, but I think that's all of them. The 3 that I have are pretty good for the money. I mean, they're not bad. All the Aptas, they're all below 50 bucks. The most expensive one is a full tie with VG10 with that spade blade. That one is like 46. So for $27, I am kind of blown away for what you get here. It's very surprising. So this is titanium. This is all titanium inside of here. This is all denim micarta. And it's not the denim micarta that's like plastic feeling. It's actually extremely soft. It is very nice micarta, actually. I love it. I love this micarta. It feels so good. It's very similar to so I know this is all slip joints, but it is very similar to the micarta on the Artisan Arion, or Orion, or however the heck you pronounce this thing. This blade here, I know this is a very popular knife. Very, I mean, it feels just like it. Just like that kind of feel to my Carta. So, just to give you an idea. Super nice micarta. The bevels are, so I kind of, okay, so I probably should have done this, but I tested out my sharpener, and I kind of jacked up this bevel on the side a little bit. I was pressing a little bit too hard. Probably shouldn't have done that, but the bevels when I got this knife were they're perfect. I mean, they were both identical, like the broadness of the bevel all the way across. They were perfect, which was kind of surprising. Oh, I mean, not even expensive knives you buy have perfect bevels like that. And then they were like the identical on both sides too, which was extremely surprising. So, I have $200 Spydercos and Migarons and Tucson's that don't even have perfect bevels like that. So to see that out of a $27 knife, that's kind of cool. And out of a Rough Rider at that is even better. So, so let's talk about the ergos real quick. So, as you can see, the ergos are extremely neutral. Very neutral ergos. This is not a very crazy handle. It goes from fat to skinny. And it's pretty much the same width all the way until you get to the back, way back here, which is it flares out a little bit. You don't notice it in your hand really at all, but it's a very comfortable knife. Super, super comfortable. The micarta gives you something for your palm to grip onto, also for your fingers to grip onto, so you're going to be very secure. The lack of slip joints really don't have jimping, so if you guys like jimping, I'm sorry, but you're not going to really find that on slip joints. So it's pretty smooth. I will say that the sides here are pretty sharp. However, if you use this for like a ferro rod or something like that, it'll be perfect. The slip joints for a lot of people, they're like workhorse knives. All these modern liner locks and frame locks and button locks and all those other locks. They're literally like fidget knives. Everyone fidgets with them. I swear no one uses them. I mean, they might, but a lot of people just fidget with them and never even use them. Me personally, that's what I do. I really don't use my quote unquote modern knives that much. I always go to my slip joint when I need to use a knife. I don't know what it is, but always go for the slip joint. I've been carrying a Cutco lock back for 18 years, and that's what I carried every single day. I recently retired that knife because it's kind of falling apart. The rivets are starting to fail. The blade has some play, and I don't want to totally destroy it because I've had that knife since I was 6 years old. I started carrying it like full time at 15, so I don't want to. There's a lot of nostalgia on that knife, so I don't want to ruin it. So I decided to retire it. I did a video on my other channel on what slip joint to replace it with, and I picked this of all knives. I don't have like a ton of slip joints. I have maybe 30 or so. The ones I put in the video were just like my mediocre ones, not my high end. I don't want to carry a high end one because I don't baby them per se, but I don't want to ruin them because I use my slip joint for everything. So the mid grade ones I use, more than the high grade ones. So, and that's what I did the video on. Nothing was over $100, so pretty cheap ones. And yeah, like I said, I picked this out of all of them. Even over this Tucson TS90. This is arguably the best slip joint under $100 ever made. I don't care what anyone says. This will be in another video. This knife is just incredible. But the review's on this knife. So let's talk about the biggest thing on slip joints people love. Is the walk and talk, right? Everyone loves the walk and talk. And this is what this one sounds like. It's pretty good, right? I mean, when you open it up, you get that hollow, like, I don't even know how you describe that noise. It sounds good, you know? It has a great noise to it. Nothing like a high-end one, but, I mean, it's for what it is, it sounds really good. The amount of tension is very good when you pull it up here. You have to use quite a bit of force to pull it out. And to close it, you need, you know, a good deal of force to close it too. So it's not gonna close on you by any means. You really need to push on this to close it. So I know that's a huge thing on slip joints that people always talk about is people are really afraid of them closing. But if you think about it, when you cut something, you're putting pressure down, which is pushing this up. The knife isn't going to close on you, right? It's not going to happen. It's impossible. So all in all, like, I don't have anything bad to say about this knife, really. You have your little nail nick here too, by the way. It's sharp, whatever. I don't really care if it's sharp or not. I don't really even use it. I always just pull it up from wherever. But if you like your nail nick, it's there. It's recessed pretty good, so you can definitely get a nail under there. Even if you cut your nail short, you can probably still get a nail under there and pop it open. It might cut you though. It's kind of sharp, but it is what it is. The blade shape on this, I mean, it's a Wharncliffe. It's an EDC lover's dream. We all love Wharncliffes. They are the arguably the best blade for EDC. You can do anything with them. They're great for detail work. They're great for cutting boxes. They're great. So get this. They're great for cutting the cuticles on your fingers, which I do often, actually. Yeah, I mean, the Wharncliffe is just, I mean, it's an all-around great knife. Also on the blade, too, what I like is that the plunge grind is straight down. It is straight vertical plunge grind. It is not tapered. So you do not have to worry about hitting the plunge grind when you sharpen this. There's a lot of meat until you even get anywhere close to it. So you don't have to worry about that, which is super nice. I love that. I love plunge grinds that are straight vertical like this one is. There's no taper whatsoever. That really helps in sharpening because no one likes a smile on their knife. The last thing I want to talk about is the fit and finish. So it's not bad, okay? It's not great. It's just meh. The micarta, there is a lot of spots that it's not, you know, flush with the titanium. But you can, I mean, you can take some sandpaper and sand it down. It's not bad, right? It's like right here. This whole side is proud. This whole side is perfect. Back here, I don't know if it's meant to be like this, but this side, the top part right here is fatter than the bottom part by quite a bit. by maybe 1 millimeter, which is quite a bit in this instance. And then the gaps. There's some pretty good gaps in here. There's definitely, this side is definitely, oh, maybe I should put this in front of the camera more. My bad, guys. These gaps are kind of pronounced too. It would have been nice to see these gaps better addressed. But it's a freaking $27 knife, you know, like, it's not a $200 knife. All in all, though, like, this knife is fantastic for 27 bucks. I urge you strongly, if you're into slip joints, go buy this knife. I know it's by Rough Ryder. They're not the best company ever, but these Apta knives, they're really great, actually. The other two we'll talk about in another video. They're not as good as this one, but they're very close. So, oh, and by the way, I added this lanyard, beat-in lanyard, just because, so I don't really like them, but on my slip joints I have to have them, because when they're in the slip, they're too hard to pull out. I need something to grab onto to pull out, you know, so that's why I have the lanyard on there. So just grab it and yank it out. So I don't have them on any other knife but my slip joints. So yeah, that's the review on this knife, guys. Appreciate you watching. I hope to progressively get this channel going more. Lately, I've just been so, a lot of unexpected things have happened that have required my attention. So I have kind of put this channel on hold, and my other channel too, for the last month or so. I've done some videos on another channel, but not as much as I've wanted. But we'll slowly get it back. I want to put more time into this channel because my slip joints are like my first love. I like them way more than modern knives. So we'll get some more of these videos out. So in the meantime, stick with me. Be patient. We'll get some more videos going. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you watching, and we will catch you on the next one. See ya.